Okay. I think this will be a good one to start on, you guys. So this one is called Frankenstein. Yeah, this one's kind of long, I think, so we'll go through it. It's my first time reading these always. Whenever I read them on stream, they're my first time reading them too. This is volume 16, chapter 1. Okay, for me to remember for next time. Okay. That's me, Eye Shield. Yep, that's me. How are you, Eye Shield? Thanks for watching with us yesterday. Is the background music too loud? Let me see. No, okay, I think it's good. I think it's okay. I found it at last. The answer to the mystery of life. I always have to think about what accent I want to give them as well. Tonight, I will become God. Oh, I wish I could do these sound effects. Wait, is he cranking it? Yeah, he's cranking it. They're on a ship. Okay, so they're just on a ship. You'll catch your death if you stay out here long, Captain Walton. Ah, Lieutenant. I'll be quite all right. I'm used to these North Sea voyages by now. So I've heard. I understand you prepared for this journey by sailing aboard whaling ships. Yes, for so long I dreamed of an Arctic expedition, and in the capable hands of you and your men, it's happening at last. But is there really land to be had out here in the Arctic? To hear it from other crews, you'd think there was nothing but ice, far as the eye can see. Yes, I've heard it said, but there's another school of thought, that a beautiful land lies in wait beyond the ice. A vision of unexplored beauty. That's the one I choose to believe. Being the first to discover it, the mere conquers any fears I have of perilous voyage. And yet, Lieutenant, I must confess to feeling helpless from time to time. Should that happen, it'll no doubt be of some comfort to be in good company. No good! The ice will crush us like this! Stop! Of all the... Here comes fog too. No passage? How long are we stuck like this, Lieutenant? With our luck, we'll be here forever. Hey, the hell is that? What? What can you see? It's there, over there, on the ice. Oh, good luck at work. Good luck driving to work. Hi, Jill. Hi, Tack. Welcome in. Yeah, we're reading a horror story right now. It's like a scary manga. Look over there, guys. That's what it does. That wasn't me making that one up. How can there be fog out here? We must be hundreds of miles out from land. He's riding that sleigh. He's a giant. He must be 8 feet or more. Those are the sea waves. Who on earth was that man? Tick tock, tick tock. Yeah, is that the crunch of breaking ice? Finally, if all goes well, we can set off again tomorrow. The next day. Good morning. Something the matter? Captain Walton, over there. Hi, Sig. We're just reading a scary story. How's it going? How's your day? Get on board at once. I won't tell you again. You'll freeze like that. You'll be dead in hours. The same sled again? No, it's a different one from yesterday. Seems to have shipwrecked and washed up on the ice. Hey, you! The captain has come to address you. Compose yourself. This vessel, where is it bound? Hi, Jeff. How are you, Jeff? Ali, are Ali, isn't my voice okay? I'm trying to be Ali. You can't do well. I'm not great at voices. I'm trying my best. Yesterday, apparently, I couldn't go between British and Australia. Like it was bad. It was bad yesterday. I'm trying. Where is it bound? We're on a voyage to the Northern Pole. Is that so? Will you let me aboard? Thank goodness you're awake at last. You've slept for 2 days. It seems your journey pushed you to your limit. I thought you would surely perish in your condition. Please, you mustn't risk any sudden movements. This vessel is headed for the North Pole? Yes, we're making good progress. But your question surprised me. Say we were not heading there, but instead on our return leg back to Arkhangelsk. Where's that? Would you have elected to stay there on the ice in your condition? Of course. I would sooner die than return home in such disgrace. Might I ask, why did you come to the North Pole as a man prepared to die? I came to hunt it. Vile, abhorred monster. Hi, Ray. Welcome in, Ray. We're reading scary manga for Awktober for Halloween, celebrating Halloween. Feel free to introduce yourself. Hello, Dozing. How are you, Dozing? Could it be you are chasing the one who rode the sled? Was it not that rider, giant of frame? What? How is it that you... So it's true. We sighted him heading towards the pole the day before you. The day before. If there is some matter between you and the giant, I won't press it further. Yeah. I haven't asked your name. Who might you be? Frankenstein. I am Victor Frankenstein. Mr. Frankenstein, you shouldn't strain yourself. If we see him, we will inform you. You've not fully recovered yet. Thank you, Captain Walton, but I won't die so easily. It is I. Mr. Frankenstein, you must be exhausted, and yet your eyes have such vitality. I can tell you must be a wonderful person. No matter what trouble besets a person, you can always tell a man by his eyes. To think on it now, it was indeed a strange coincidence that we came to meet in this place. As our goals remain so very different, do you not find the occasion of our meeting strange, Mr. Frankenstein? Each of us risking our lives to come as far as the Arctic. I wagered my life on this expedition, on my unshakable faith that there is something to be found here, a mystery of nature, like the source of divine power, in the form of a magnetic phenomenon. Yes, to divine the secret of magnetism, I want more than anything. The true nature of magnetism is surely that power which governs the world. What am I hearing? This is me sometimes. Like, what's going on? What am I listening to? Mr. Frankenstein, is everything all right? Are you in your right mind? The mistake you're making? You're just like I was. Mistake? Why, what do you mean? It's entirely natural for people to seek knowledge, but there are lines which once crossed cannot be retraced. You should know there are pitfalls. Many years ago, I too burned with the same ambition you do. And here I am because of it. Captain Moulton, for your sake, I'll tell you of my regrettable past. Oh, that was the other guy, sorry. Hi, Larry. How are you, Larry? It was my own mistake that cost me all that I loved and held dear. I'll leave it to your judgment. You can hear my story, or you can continue on your chartered course. All right, Captain. Listen carefully. This is how I became gripped with ambition, and how I lost everything. When I was young, everything was happy. I was happy. Victor! Ha 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 ha! The majestic Swiss countryside, my loving parents, I wanted for nothing. I owed much of it to her, girl my mother brought home from the orphanage and into my heart. I was 5. Her name was Elizabeth. We were so innocent then. She understood me so, and I loved her dearly. Victor, Elizabeth, want to play? Right, Henry, what shall we play? I challenge you to a duel, and my best friend, Henry Clarville. I thought they were going to say Cavill. Henry Clarville. I can't recall when I first became interested in the natural sciences. At some point, I discovered my father's library in the cellar. Father, I found an amazing book. What is it, Victor? This is Agrippa, is it not? My boy, you do better than read this antiquated nonsense. His words were harsh, but those books had already taken me in. The mechanics of turning all to gold, the prescription for eternal youth and immortality. I was captivated by these dreams. Is it Larry, is it? I was perhaps 15 when it all changed. Oh, is this thunder? It's yeah, sorry. What is it? What's happening? It's lightning, Father. Lightning has struck in our garden. There, William. Don't cry. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Yes, just surprised, that's all. Our dinner has become quite the mess, hasn't it? Our guest did us the honor of dining with us, only to be shown this. Oh, no. Oh, not at all. Right, sir. I'm something of a naturalist myself, to see lightning strike so clearly. We were truly in luck. As you suspected, the origin of lightning is electrical. I'm conducting research on the subject. I see. Perhaps this would be a good chance to hear about the latest scientific developments. Would you tell us more, Professor? Even now, my eldest won't read it about alchemy and other sad trash. I dare say he even believes it. I'd like it if the professor here could drag him screaming back into the modern age. Understood. My dear friends, have we knowledge of Galvani and his groundbreaking discovery? It may shock you. He took 2 dissected frogs and attached electrodes to their feet. The muscles there twitched as if they come to life. From that, he deduced the existence of electrical fields, even in our own bodies. What have I seen? I have been wasting my time on. Farewell, my ancient dreams. And so, I was accepted at last to a university in Germany. Congrats in order, Victor. I really wanted to join you there, but in the end, Father was against it. That's a shame, Henry. I'm not giving up, though. I'll win him over, you'll see. I'm interested in becoming a merchant trader. By the way, Victor, her grandmother had taken ill recently. Has she recovered? No, she's been laid up all this time. Elizabeth and Justine are tending to her now. Justine? Who's that? She's her new servant. She's young, but she works as hard as anyone, and she won't leave my mother's side. We're all really quite fond of her. Mr. Victor! Speak of the devil. What's the matter, Justine, in such a hurry? Master Victor, you must hurry! My lady's health. What? My cage. Oh, novel we're reading? The Junji Ito manga. You know, the horror short stories? So this is our 3rd short story so far that we're reading. I've never read this one. This is my first time. This is Frankenstein, but the Junji Ito manga one. Dear, the children, please. Caroline, save your strength. The doctor will arrive shortly. Mother. Sorry, guys, the voices are tripping me out. There's too many voices and I can't. I'm sorry, guys, my voices are so bad. They're so bad today, I know. Mother. Justine, I am in your debt. Please stay in this house now and forever. Take especially good care of young William, my lady. And now for Victor and Elizabeth. It is my wish that you be together. That is most important to me. Caroline, mother. In the weeks following my mother's passing, I set off for Germany alone. And when I met Professor Waldman, my fate was sealed. There are those who believe modern chemistry to have lost the wonder of antiquity, reduced to an endless denial of our dreams and what we wished was possible. But they would be mistaken. The scientists of old promised the world and performed nothing. The modern researchers promised nothing, but performed countless rigorous experiments. They have found in reality miracles beyond what we were able to dream. Ah. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. Let me just change my, sorry. Professor, perhaps you will laugh, but when I was a boy, I believed in the teaching of Agrippa and Paracelsus. That's who that is. I abandoned that nonsense when I came around to the true path of modern science. Oh? While I would call myself a modern chemist, I have nothing against the scholars of old. It is they who we are indebted to for the foundations of much of what we know. Should there lie great accomplishments in your future, I would be unsurprised if you achieved them by the same zeal that drew you first to Agrippa and Paracelsus. Professor Frankenstein, I am in no doubt of your talent. Chemistry is the leading field of all the natural sciences, and if you were to apply yourself to it, I would like nothing more than to help. Please use my resources as your own. My ambition, thus fed, grew. I feel like I can do anything, something beyond what anyone can do. Surely even something once thought the domain of gods. An idea had sparked and burned away at my mind. It was to light the way to my ruin, and so I studied constantly. Frantically, my sudden intimidating presence left my professors speechless. I was then but a mere wisp of something desperately taking form. Alas, I acknowledge that the university alone just wouldn't do. What I need is my own research, and my research needs a laboratory, somewhere like... I can't do a graveyard. Sorry, I can't do a graveyard sound effect with the bats. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Caw-caw, caw-caw. The graveyard. Sorry, guys. Ahem. What? What? That body won't do. Good. Night after night, I came for the coffins to better inspect the rot within. Until one night, at last, finally, I understand. It was so simple. Do you hear me, Lord? You and I are neck and neck. I found out your secret, the secret of life. I'm here to see about taking the innermost room of the top floor. Might there be a vacancy? See, there'll be a problem. You quite sure you want that one? It's out of the way. It gets no light. In order to complete my research, I must do it where nobody knows. Looking pale of late, Frankenstein. Not only that, you've lost weight. It's taking its toll, isn't it? Your fever studying? Not at all, Professor. Please don't worry on my account. Incidentally, how is Galvani's animal electricity theory panning out? Yes, the debate rages on, but according to my findings, it wasn't any internal electricity that caused the frog's legs to move, but simply that from the metal itself. I'm afraid Galvani's theory was destined to fail before too long. Is that so? Professor, what is the theory were actually of great significance? The point being not the validity of its conclusion, but what we might find from its premises. Caca, caca. Hmm? That can't be coming from the grave. Someone's having a laugh. It's just my ears, isn't it? At this time of night? A monster? Couldn't be. Who's there? Ah! Eek! It's loose! It's a vampire! It's all true, I tell you. Trust me, its face is covered in blood. It was surely a monster. Well, monster or not, it certainly picked apart these bodies. Only the relatively new corpses have been disturbed. Each of them has a different section removed. But to what end? I honestly can't imagine it. July 14th, 17. Oh, this one's a little hard to read, guys. Using a larger body has proven wise. With the ingredients I have gathered, it may even stand 8 feet tall. These parts that have proven, I have used the closest animal substitute. Regarding the brains, using a living organism will be unremarkable, unworkable, which leaves me no choice but to make one myself. And knowing as I do the secret of life, this is not impossible. But in practice, this was not so simple a task as it had seemed at the beginning. Saw. Rubbish! Again! Just a little more, just a breath away, and there came a rainy night in November. Done. Complete at last. The perfect human. Perfect? He's somewhat big, isn't he? No. Prototypes are given to be oversized initially. Hardly prototype, you say? This is my perfected creation. Gaze upon his beauty. The beautiful. This patchwork monstrosity? The bigger the better. Oh. Me on Mondays. Me every day, every morning. Victor! I'm sorry, Quoke. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the lurk. I try. I'm so bad at voices. I try. How are you, Coca? Sorry, guys. Sorry for the pain. It's almost done. Hi, newbie. Not Attack on Titan. This is a horror manga, but... Victor! Henry, is that you? Victor, you must have been having a terrible dream. You're safe in your room now. Why are you here? Father finally saw the light. I've permission to study here in Germany. I arrived here just yesterday at some ghastly hour of the morning. The rain has just stopped. Koka's so not scary for you. It's the afternoon. My voice is the sun in the window. Thanks, Koka. Oh, it's Junji Ito, newbie. Very famous. You probably have seen their manga before. When I got to your apartment, I could hardly believe my eyes. There you were soaking wet and collapsed out on the street. I quickly carried you back here to bed. You slept the whole day. A whole day? Yes, but what on earth happened to you? Have you been taking proper care of yourself? Victor, what's the matter? Victor, Henry, did you enter this room? Yes, the door wasn't locked. Should I not have? No, well, did you see something? Well, it was in quite a state. Just what kind of experiments were you working on? Equipment scattered about everywhere. The whole place caked in animal blood. So then, you didn't see anyone. By anyone, you mean your animal test subjects? It seems the creature must have escaped. That night, I couldn't bear the visage of the monster I had made and fled the room. I got as far as the entrance before fainting, and while I was asleep, he's got in loose somewhere. Victor! Don't you just hate it when your friends interrupt your inner monologue? Victor, are you all right? What's happened? You're an absolute mess. He's gone. The thing is gone. What's wrong? Tell me. Nothing's, everything's. Victor, hang on. Good Lord, your fever. And so began a nervous fever that left me confined in bed for over half a year. That monster, it should be dead by now. It has to be. Such a terrifying creature shouldn't be able to stay alive. But with such a friend as Henry at my side, nursing me back to health, I gradually progressed toward a complete recovery. Breakfast, Victor! Ah, thank you. Henry, I don't know how to ever repay you. You came all the way to Germany to study, and yet you've spent all these months by my side. It would be thanks enough just to get well. More importantly, I have something important to tell you. What is it? Wait, did I skip a page? Sorry, guys. Oh, I did. I totally skipped a page. Wait, what happened? Wait. Sorry. Okay. What is it? Ahem. You're here to further... Sorry, Cube, spoilers. You're here to further your studies, of course, but it'd be nice if you thought of things back home from time to time. Your father's worried too. You've barely ridden home. And Elizabeth, you don't even know what a sorry state she's in. You've not forgotten her, have you? Of course I haven't. How could I? I always... It's a relief to hear it. Why don't you write a reply to this? I'll send it for you while you're in bed. Ah, a letter from Elizabeth. Dearest Victor, I heard about your condition in letter after letter from Henry. It comforts me greatly to know that you're at long last recovering from your prolonged illness. I want so much to be by your side, to see you back to good health. Please forgive me for not being there for you. Sweet Elizabeth. What's it say? There's a lot here. About my father, about my brother William. She said he had his 5th birthday recently. And that he had our servant Justine, our high inseparable. Henry, I'll try and reply right away. It's the way. With warmth and support from the ones I loved, my temperament brightened apace. My memory of that terrible time gradually faded. I deferred my work in the natural sciences and together with Henry became infatuated with the study of languages. And we spent over a year and a half in this way, content. The Swiss Highlands. Hee. Elizabeth, what's that? This? I'll show you. It's a pendant with an engraving of our late mother. Wow, let me see. All right, it's precious to me though, so don't you lose it. It's mine, ha. Hey, don't run off too far, William. For pity's sake. William, will you come out right up this instant? Don't. This is me watching horror movies with you guys sometimes. This is actually me. That's so funny. That's Aukman Hyde, but like... Mail for you, Mr. Frankenstein. It's from Father. Who's it from? Victor? What happened? William. William is dead. My God, poor William! Such a lovely boy, how unspeakably cruel! Who would do such a thing? It could have been of a demon of some kind. At least now the dear boy is resting in peace after that horrible ordeal. Henry, my transport has arrived. I have to go. I don't know when I can return, but I'm trusting everything here to you. Yeah! Yay! Hi, Ancola. How are you? We're finishing up a story. Oh, William, please forgive me, all because I lost sight of you. My Lady Elizabeth, you mustn't blame yourself. It wasn't my lady who hurt the young master. No, Justine, it was I. It was I who killed him. Mr. Frankenstein, we appear to have found the culprit. What? You've arrested someone? Who was it? Tell us. We're here to take her in. The servant of this house, Justine Moritz. Kindly hand her over. What? You're accusing Justine? This is no time to be acting in jest. I demand to see your proof. This. It's the pendant your son was carrying at the time of the incident. One of your other servants reported finding it in the front pocket of Miss Moritz over there. You found this on her person, correct? Yes, I was unsure whether or not to report it to my lord. We were afraid. I had no idea. There must be some mistake. That's right. There's no way on earth Justine would do such a thing. Yes, this is absurd. She wasn't even here that night. She was staying with her aunt the next town over. I'm afraid your testimony will have to wait for her trial. I've heard enough. Let's go. Please believe me. I did nothing of the sort. Justine. Yay! I don't know how to do verses. I'm laughing at myself. I'm so sorry. These mountains are my home. They certainly bring back memories, but none so painful as now. A little further to the park where it happened, my own brother murdered. Say, there'll be a park coming up soon. Might we stop briefly? Yes, sir. Yay! I'll return soon. Wait here. Good. So it was here that William... No! William, who was it that took you? Who's there? Oh. It's him! He's alive! Victor! What? It can't have been Justine. I could scarcely believe it myself, Victor. And yet in the face of the evidence we have little choice but to believe it. They say she was seen near the scene of the crime when it happened. She was like family to us. How could she? Wrong. You're wrong, Father. Justine is innocent. It wasn't her that did it. All well and good, Victor, but can you prove it? Well, hi, come in. Thank you, King Flood, for gifting in. We're just reading some scary stories, Aren. Hi, Curse. How are you? Welcome in. Hi, Meta. No worries, Gosh. Hi, guys. Sorry, I'm trying. It's hard. It's a little longer than I thought. Sorry, guys. Thanks for reading it with me. Certainly, we can't just give up on her from that evidence alone. Victor, if you have absolute faith in your convictions, we'll all fight this to the end. We have only 2 days until the trial. Victor! I was all too aware who had killed my brother. It was him. Of that I was absolutely sure. But on whether to reveal the truth, I was torn. That the culprit was the monster I made, but who could believe a story like mine? And so came the day of the trial. The day in question, I was returning from my auntie's. Along the way, I became lost and spent the night in a barn. I swear in God's name I did not set foot in that park. I'm afraid the witness must have confused me for another. In that case, I suppose you can explain the pendant that was found in your pocket. I even don't understand how it could have happened that it was found in my pocket. Why, I can only imagine that somebody must have put it there. We mounted a desperate defense, and yet it was ruled that she be put to death. Justine, how could this be? It's my fault. It's all my fault. My lord, and Master Victor, and of course my Lady Elizabeth. I will never forget your kindness. I will soon be joining my Lady Caroline and young Master William. I no longer have any fear of my fate. He gave me all the support I needed just by believing me until the end. Justine, I'll always be watching over you. Please, be happy. Cry not for me. Justine, Moritz, it's time. Justine! Justine! No! First William, and now Justine gone! I despise them! Whoever did this, I hate them! The realization of what I had to do took me to the heart of a mountain. Hey! Show yourself! Ha 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 ha! Ha ha ha! Oh! Waste of time. Better you listen. You can speak? Frankenstein, you are my creator. Time to take responsibility for your creation. The nerve of you, monster. My only responsibility is to end you. Ah! Oh, thank you, Faso. Thank you. Waste of time. I told you to listen, and then you will know well what you should do. There's a cabin up ahead. There, you will listen. Fresh bear. Oh. Yes, this body you made for me can even kill brown bears. It's the same body that has forced me to endure countless hardships and made me reviled by everyone. I can remember almost nothing of the night I was born, just that it was cold, so cold. I wrapped your clothes about me and stumbled blindly into the world. My hell had begun. Hi, Cage. Sorry, Cage. I'm just reading the thing. I may have missed your message, Cage. I soon became lost in a forest. Someone's discarded rags became my clothing. I picked berries and caught small animals to eat. Before long, the food supply in that small forest was exhausted. I had to move. There he is! It's the monster! Oh, good lord, it really is a monster! Get it! After that, I was attacked on sight by anybody I saw. At first, I had no idea what was happening, but at last I came to understand just what a terror I was to behold. Oh! There he is! The same day, I was pursued by humans into a meadow. There was a little farmhouse tucked away in the corner. Through the back of the property and entered a barn. I decided to stay in the barn for a while. Nobody ever came by, but more than that, I was fascinated by the people I could see beyond the wall. It was then that I had discovered the idea of language. From the old man DeLacy, the young man Felix, and the daughter Agatha, I learned also that the young man and the daughter were brother and sister. They were full of worry, unhappy, but even so, it brought me peace just to watch their ways. The old man, their father, was blind. I didn't see anything they had to be unhappy about. I saw them caring for and supporting each other, and found myself wanting to do the same. In the night, I would gather the firewood they needed and leave it in the garden. If snow fell, I would clear it for them. They would think it the work of fairies or some such. And then, one day, there was something different. Sophie! Felix! The two of them seemed to love each other very much. In an instant, their faces lit up. They seemed happy enough to burst, but for some reason, they had been apart. Sad, lazy, happy. The woman named Safi, was from a different country, a time she would not understand. Every night, when Felix finished his work in the fields, he would teach her about his country, speaking, writing, even history. He taught her everything necessary for daily life. I attended his class from behind my wall. I acquired the knowledge with a greater aptitude than did G. And then I had my own question to ask. Just what on earth am I? What am I? I can't be human. If God made humans, who made me? I suddenly remembered there was something in the clothes I had taken on the first night. It was a diary of the one who made me. I found the name of my creator himself. He had also written about his family and friends, and most enlightening, records and particulars of his methods. Victor Frankenstein. Oh, Creator, why did you make me? I'm hideous. I'm alone. Yes, I was unbearably lonely. I craved family, the love and affection that I saw beyond my wall every day. I started to wonder if I could have it too. I loved them, but I had never met them. I had to have a plan if I was to eventually do so. I decided to first reveal myself in front of the blind man. Good afternoon. Might I ask who it is? I am someone on a journey. I wish to rest for a while. Oh, please do come in. But you might notice I'm blind. My children are at work. I'm unable to provide you a proper welcome. Not at all. I simply wish to be able to rest. That will be enough. Oh, very traveler. Where are you headed to from here? Well, from here I'm off to see people. Lovely, caring people. A wonderful family. But I am ugly. The sight of me is so horrid that I worry they won't accept me. Ah, a troubled man we have here. In the past, we were also charged of crimes of which we were innocent, so we know well feeling. Weary traveler, is there nothing we can do for you? Can you tell us more of this family? Yes. Will you hear me? My beloved family is your family. I beg your pardon? Cook? Father, we're back. Huh? Wait, father. Hey, Chow with you, monster. With you. Oh. Hi, Punchy. How are you? We're just reading a story. Oh, Frankenstein. How's it going? Oh, 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 oh. Now I can't get into it. I'm too embarrassed now. I'm too embarrassed because I I thought I was blending with the background music. Now I'm just okay. Okay. I'm shy, Goth. You know, I'm very shy. Oh, and I feel bad for him. Yep. Okay, where are we? Yeah. I forgot all my voices now. I won't forget this. I'll show you all, cursed humans, and most cursed of all, the one who made me. I set off for the address written in the man's diary, his hometown. Sorry, I'm dying of embarrassment inside. I just need to laugh it off. I'm sorry. But my heart was troubled, for even as I swore revenge on the man, I knew he was the only one on this earth who could help me. It was a hard road. I thought only of walking on and on. When I arrived in Switzerland, I came upon that park by chance and discovered the boy and his family. They were so happy. I watched them, and it only made my anger rise and rise. I waited until the boy was alone, took him by the neck, and silenced him forever. Oh. I slipped the pendant into that woman's pocket. If all went well, she would pay for the crime. I was later to discover that the woman who slept there also happened to be the servant of your house. I am alone. It was loneliness that made me a murderer and a wretch. With this body, what more could I be? But only you have the power to save me. No, the responsibility to save me. What? Oh, they have the same voice, don't they? What would you have me do? I want you to make another, a woman as deformed and horrible as I. What? I can't be hearing you correctly. I told you to make me a woman by the same means as you made me. I am alone. What I want most is a companion in this world. As my creator, it is your responsibility to make an Eve to my Adam. Make me a woman as hideous as I, such that she would not scream upon seeing me. I will not. Another like you, torture away, I will never do it. I have no ambition to become a god. I abandoned that long ago. My sole creation has been nothing but a heap of rot and travesty. O Creator, rot I may be, travesty too, but forget not that I possess knowledge. If you cast me aside here, I will ruin you. It would be so easy. I will trash all who you treasure. I will drag them with me to hell. You will live to further regret me. Guys, did I make Connor a Frankenstein? Did I make Connor who? No. I'm kidding. But that will be for you to decide. If instead you grant me my wish, my companion and I will depart for an unknown land. No matter how rough the conditions, we can live anywhere. I swear to you that we will disappear there, never again to disappear or appear before men. What say you? Does it not serve both our ends? God. You're asking me to trust the beast that murdered my brother and drove Justine to the chopping block? How long could you persist in that exile? You will return, and you will return again to plague us. And then you will be the two of you. You're asking me to bear the burden of making yet another that can't be unmade. I will keep telling you until you understand. Mine were crimes born of loneliness. If I had a companion such as myself, I would have no further need of mankind. The grudge I bear, the pains of rejection, these all would quietly flow away with my life. I want only to be saved, but you are the only one who can save me. Oh, Creator, I await your answer. For the first time, the beast had moved me to sympathy. I will consent to your wish, on the condition that you keep your oath. Will you? I will! I swear to heaven and earth! I shall come for her when she is complete. Please begin work immediately upon your return. Victor, where have you been? We were so... My voice hurts, you guys. My throat. We were so worried. Where's Elizabeth? Resting. As per doctor's orders, she's still in shock over Justine. If she wakes up, you should go and see her right away. Poor Elizabeth. Forgive me. I won't hurt you any further. Once I settle my score with the monster, there'll be nothing to stand in our way anymore. But first, there's a thing or two standing in the way of even beginning my work. First, where to do it. For all the rooms we have here, there's not a single one that's inaccessible to both my family and all of the servants. The next problem is where to find materials. Back in Germany, I burned with such desire that desecrating even the foulest grave was as nothing of me. The mere thought of it now is enough to terrify me. I had taken leave of my senses to think I might once again have to commit such sacrilege. Victor? Yes. What is it, Father? You must be so tired, but could I ask you to come up to my chambers? I'm sorry to bring up such a topic at such an hour. As sad as what has happened to our family is, I only wish to prevent any further misfortunes befalling us. What exactly did you want to see me about? Victor, I've concerned about something for the longest time. It was just after your mother's passing that you went to Germany to study all those years ago. Initially, you wrote us regularly, but after a time, you dropped off the map. Your letters stopped completely. The last one you wrote mentioned that you were wrapped up in some experiment or another. If there's something we should know, Victor, I'd appreciate the honesty. It's the only way we can help each other. I'm hiding something. Is that what you're saying? What could I possibly... Now, Victor, surely you can't have forgotten your mother's last words. It was her wish that you be with Elizabeth. And in fact, it is also mine. I've long been anticipating the day you two be wed. I know that... I know that Elizabeth wants the same. Sorry. The last piece of the puzzle is what you want. Let's hear the truth now, Victor. Did you meet someone else while you were in Germany? Was it for this woman that you felt you had to stop writing home, stop writing Elizabeth? Tell me, Victor, if that's indeed the case, we have to accept it. Nothing could be further from... I've never met anyone like Elizabeth, even now. I still love her. I always will. I see. It's a relief to hear that. Then I can see no reason to waste any more time. Even from on high, William and Justine must be hoping for this. What say you, Victor? With your wedding, they would finally be at peace. We would need more no longer. Father, it's also my wish that I marry Elizabeth. It always has been. But before I can do it, I have something to ask you. There is a matter I must take care of before we are to be wed. I have some outstanding research that needs to be settled. Please permit me to travel to England to finish it. Well, I have no reason to oppose it. Go on then, and take as long as you need to resolve everything. We shall await your return, myself of course, and Elizabeth too. My wedding to Elizabeth. It should have been a wonderful turn of events, but what I had to do before then remained terrifying. Of course, my trip to England was just a smokescreen. My real destination would be the first abandoned place I could find where I could finish my work. The next day, Victor, how could you leave us again? I just can't bear to part from you again, not at a time like this. Can't you just stay a little longer? I'm sorry, Elizabeth, but I won't be gone long this time. Until then, Father will take care of you if you need anything. I'm just going to pop up and say goodbye to him. I'll be right back. Ah! Henry, it's you! I thought I'd left you back in Germany. Why are you here? I hurried over on special request from your father. That's right, Victor. I thought it would be asking too much, but here he is. It was too sad watching you go off by yourself last time. Henry's agreed to my request to accompany you. But Henry, still with the long face? Come on now. If it's my studies you're worrying about, you shouldn't. I've been after a break for a while now. I absolutely had to get away from Henry somehow. Nay. So I heard you'll be tying the knot with Elizabeth after this. Congratulations. Yes, thanks. There's no way he could come with me on this journey. Caca. Gorgeous, isn't it? Whenever I see the sunset, I feel like I understand why we were put on this earth, just to watch something as beautiful as this. Well, that's about as poetic as I get. Ha ha. I can always relax when you're around, Henry. By the way, and I mean nothing by this, but after we check out of here tomorrow, I want to be alone for a while. Oh, this is him. Alone for a while to finish my work. Where are you planning to go? Nowhere in particular. I just need some time to think on my own. I might be a month, or in all likelihood more. You should go on ahead. Up the Rhine and onward to England. We could meet up again in London. How's that? Put that way, doesn't seem I have much choice. Do hurry along and be as quick as you can, though. Will do. Can't apologize enough, Henry. The next day. Nay! I need a place where my work can proceed in secret. It must also afford access to a graveyard wherein fresh corpses are buried. Oh, no worries, Novel. Thank you, Novel. No worries. Thank you, Novel. If such a place exists, I will find it. Thanks, Novel. It does seem deserted enough. And I do recall passing a graveyard on my way here. Let's get a closer look. Is there a funeral today? Yeah. It was awful. 4 dead. Just like that. They were working down at the vineyard and a landslide got them. Such young ladies. Tragic way to go. Their bodies are completely destroyed above the neck. Forgive me, innocent ones. Plop. Plop. That night, I dug up the 4 of them. What should I do? Between the 4 of them, there's not a single face intact, and the bodies of us sustained some considerable injuries. I'll have to salvage what's useful and make a start on the torso for now. Oh, forgive me, O innocent and undeserving. I offer you a sacrifice. Forgive me. I am making you into a plaything to appease the monster. Forgive me. Forgive me. So tired. I'll take a little rest. Forgive me. Oh, forgive me. Forgive me, Justine. It was all my doing. It was my sin, Justine. The one I made. The one who killed William was the monster I made. No, it wasn't the young master's fault. We had to follow the ruling of the court. But enough about me. Young Master Victor and my Lady Elizabeth, please be happy together. Justine Moritz, it's time. My time is up, Master Victor. Here I say farewell. Justine! Justine! What an awful nightmare. Oh, no, nothing for it but to finish it quick. Victor? Henry! What are you doing here? Sorry, I gave up on England and followed you here. I was worried. There was something off about you. I lost sight of you a while back and finally I found you. But, Victor, explain to me, just what the hell are you doing? Henry, so it's come to this. Nothing left now but to tell the truth. Listen well, Henry. I'll tell you what I'm working on. My latest abomination. I told him everything. From finding the secret of life in Germany and my every rotten deed since. That'd be the long and short of it. I doubt you'll believe me, but it's true all the same. My fool's ambition has backed me right into a corner and now I can't escape. It certainly is a lot to take in all at once. I don't want to believe it. Connor, if it's you and like this, I don't want to see it. If it's that, I don't want to see it, Connor. This is not the time to be admitting things. Okay, fine. It's certainly a lot to take in all at once. I don't want to believe it. But the evidence is right in front of my eyes. And now that I've told you, it's clear there's no way I can continue this. My crimes are against God and nature. I should be dragged out in front of a judge tomorrow. Wait, Victor, calm down and think it over. There's no telling what the monster will do if you don't follow through. This is too dangerous just to turn your back on. I'm telling you as your friend. Hey, Duke, we're never fine. Hope you're having a good day, Duke. There's nothing you can do now but to finish making his woman. What are you saying? I'm saying that you should see this through to the end and that I'm going to help you. Have you gone mad, Henry? Do you have any idea what you're getting into? I do, Victor, but don't worry about me. You should focus on what you have to do. But Henry, never had I expected this, that I would drag even Henry into my horrible undertaking. Victor, any luck over there? No good. Nothing but bones. Moving to a new town and digging around for remains that meet your standards is just as hard as it sounds. Please don't clip that. Don't clip these, Goth. Awesome, Duke. That's awesome. I don't know those games, but barely working is very good. I hope you can chill and take it easy. Bad timing, Duke. That is very bad timing. Get a new one ASAP. Yeah. No curses. No. Get the new mirror. We'll try a different site. Nah. We were after the fresh remains of a woman's head, but search as we might, we could not find nothing anywhere. At this rate, the rest of the body will rot away. We'll just have to preserve what we can for now. I still remember that night vividly. Nay! Huh? Victor, what's going on out there? The horses are riled up. Curses, somebody might be onto us. I'm gonna have a look. Victor, what? What is it, Henry? He's up. I'm just kidding. He's up. Not to be true, comma. Very, very true. You! Why are you here? I'm still working on what we promised. I see you're having trouble gathering materials. I thought as much. I made my own preparations in the event of this. I uncovered this from a graveyard in Switzerland. I'll leave it here. Please hurry with your work. I eagerly await the day of her completion. Victor, so that was the man you made. He must have been watching us from somewhere all this time. But in any case, it seems now that our inventory is in order. Let's crack on, Victor. Agreed. Oh! Oh no! Wait, I think I got it. Victor, what's wrong? What in hell, Henry? Look! I didn't see that coming. That's Justine's head! He must have unearthed her grave after she was guillotined. Good Lord, above, forgive me. I flew out of the house in a rage, but the monster had already taken his leave. He knew this was Justine's head. He knew it all along, and he did this just to get at me. Victor, I understand how you feel, but you have to consider the possibility that he didn't know. This isn't time to lose your calm. Henry, you mustn't feel even a shred of sympathy for it. It is nothing but a monster, plain and simple. Victor, think carefully. We are so close to this being finished. You have everything you need to breathe life into this body. This may be hard to hear with Justine's head on the stand before us, but look at it this way. This is a stroke of good luck. What are you saying? Henry, I demand an explanation. Calm down, Victor. Listen to me. It was indeed a terrible misfortune that befell Justine, but it is in your power to revive her. You can reverse her ill fortune in your own guild. Henry, are you telling me to graft Justine's head onto that body? You're talking absolute nonsense. Even if I could bring her back, she would be the bride of monstrosity. A fate like that, she'd be better off dead. You can build his companion later. If you explain it to him, he might understand. More importantly, it's not your duty to give Justine another chance at life. Yes, but even if I were to use Justine's head, I would have to construct a new brain out of nothing. Well, it may be her face. What's behind it will still be a total mystery. There's a chance she'll turn out every bit as vile as he is. All right, Henry. Let's finish this, no matter what happens. I'll build a brain, no, a mind, pure and untainted. We'll teach it and raise it. Hi, Sean, how are you? Hi, Sean, how's it going? Yeah, she died. Novel, what's the clip? I'm actually not sure what the clip is. What is the clip? I'll check it after the story. Resend it to me after. We're just reading stories, Sean. Hope you're having a nice evening. Oh, okay. It was time to reap what had been sown. Good job, Sean. Nice one. Well done. Don't forget to hydrate. Done. Henry, would you ready the apparatus? Yes, right away. Those are the bubbles, guys. Alas, Justine has returned to us. May the grace of God be upon her once more. Victor, I'm truly sorry I didn't say anything earlier, but... What? What is it? I've been wondering whether Justine would have really wanted to be revived at all. Good Lord, Henry, where's the fight? Where's the fight that was in you? She'll be happy and no mistake, I'll show you. I see, you're quite right. Blink, blink. Justine, are you awake? Can you hear me? Your name is Justine Moritz. You are a servant of the Frankenstein house. No, a member of the Frankenstein family. Dear, kind-hearted Justine. Here, look, this is your face. Right, then rise and shine. I'll get your bandages. Huh? Ah! Come on, up we get. You can do it. That's it. Can you get up like this? Can you stand up by yourself? Justine, what you went through must have been terrible, but you're back with us now. It's my responsibility to give you a new life and make up for how your previous one ended. This will be the first step towards that. Bye, Punchy. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it, Punchy. Here, let me get your bandages for you. Your new life begins now. Justine, a carefree life of utmost ease. There's some unsightly scarring, but I intend to reoperate soon. Nobody will notice. Victor, are you all right? Not like this. Peppy hands. Sorry, guys. I just have to. Sorry. Totally your type, dude. Forgive me, Victor. This is all my fault. No, it's not over yet. Oh, my lovely wife, how I have waited. Today marks the beginning of our harmonious union. Oh, yeah, huh? Yeah. Oh. I guess it's getting violent a little bit, guys. There's not much I can do. Sorry. It's getting a bit violent. Frankenstein, all I wanted was a companion just like me, so we could make each other happy. I made it clear. So what on earth is the meaning of this? Am I right in thinking this woman was made to kill me? Of all the suffering I have endured until now, you thought this would be the one to finish me? I won't be so easily done in. I hope you're ready, Frankenstein. It's my turn next. You had best be prepared to lose everyone you love. I'm heading straight to your hometown. The next time you return, it will already be all over. Farewell, O Creator. Live that you might regret me. What does he mean it will be all over? It's going to take the lives of Father and Elizabeth. Devil thinks I'll just leave it at that. Victor, you can't. Not in your state. I'll find a way to stop the monster. Stay here. Keep the pressure on the wound. Fool, what can you do on your own against it? That thing can kill bears. Don't worry, I've never lost a duel, remember? I'm taking your cab. Stay here. Henry! And with that, we were parted forever. The next day, I followed his tracks, fearing the worst. But I had no time to even mourn the loss of my best friend. Henry, you will never forgive me for leaving you here, but I haven't a moment to lose. I have to make it home while they're still alive. I'll be back for you. I swear it. And so, your father and your betrothed, were they unharmed? They'd been murdered. I was just a step behind, just a minute too late when I arrived. They had both of them ceased to issue breath. I found father in the study. Elizabeth was in the bedroom. She was wearing the bridal gown she would have worn at her wedding. Elizabeth! Oh wait, he laughs really low. And so, the hunt was on. It would become a long and arduous pursuit. The devil flew from me. but he carefully left a trail so that I might follow. He was mocking me. Always on the tightrope between life and death. It was only revenge that urged me ever forward. To think that I pursued him all the way to the North Pole, it seems absurd to me now. I chased him here, down from the coast, but the punishing cold and exhaustion killed off my dogs one by one, until finally I was left alone on the ice. That was where you came in, and now here we are. Isaac! Good morning, Isaac. How are you? We're just reading a story, Isaac. We're almost done. Good luck at work, Isaac. Good luck. Yeah, Goth, yeah. If you guys weren't here, this was the beginning of the story. This was actually quite long. I see, sir, you must be so tired. You can rest well now. A truly unbelievable story. By rights, we should write it off as madness, and yet we saw the giant with our own eyes. Lieutenant, we have a situation here. The ice has trapped us. We can't move. Not again. Captain Walton, even in these conditions, will you give the order to proceed north? It can only get more dangerous from here out. Listen to him, he's right. Captain, what shall we do? We need a decision now. Good luck at work, Isaac. Gambate. Thanks for popping in. Lieutenant, your counsel? My duty is foremost to the crew. We should avoid any further loss of life on this vessel. There you have it, Mr. Frankenstein. I have a decision to make under pressure. 2 of the men perished from frostbite already. It seems I have little choice but to turn back or risk an outbreak of mutiny. I see, and yet whatever your path, there is only one for me. Forward, ever forward. I have only one request. Will you grant me the use of a boat? I need something to chase it with. Such disregard for your own life. I know well the rage in your heart, but please let us return together. Then your life can begin anew. This isn't any easier for me. You're not the only one to have to turn back after coming this far. Let us return safely and start over together as allies, as friends. My friends are all dead, Captain. Their shadows linger in my heart. They whisper to me. They whisper that the road to the beast's ruin is running away from me now. Captain, what is your course? Let us hear your decision. Listen well to me. Your lives are my priority. We're all going home. Lieutenant, turn her around. Set a southerly course. Hurrah, hurrah. Nicely done, Captain Walton. We are all of us in your debt. And what of that man? What did he say? Surely he can't be heading north by himself. I'm afraid he won't be. He died a little while ago. Wow, what is that? A polar bear? Can't be. That wailing, it must be human. Where is it coming from? Good God, look at that. Ah, my creator has left me. Oh. Oh, wait. It's the giant we saw the other day. It's crying its lungs out. The only one who knew what it is I am. He has died and left me. Now there's nothing and no one. Everything, everyone is gone. Would that this pain soon be gone too. Softer did he cry, fiercer did it storm, until he was not heard, until he was to vanish. That's so sad. That was the end of it. That's so sad. I don't know. That wasn't even scary. That was just really sad. I feel for him. He just wanted someone to love, and then he ends up being alone at the end of it, and no one even knows who he is, and he's still that was so sad. That was very sad.